Put a couple guys on the ground, 2 or 3 guys on the ground, and doing well on those plays set up Carrington's touchdown late in the game. So he did a lot of things getting us lined up, playing fast and blocking well. That we just expect out of Keenan.
Kind of typical deal where you see a stat line and there's not a lot of numbers on there, but just you watch the film and see all the things he did to make some other things happen.
Yeah, and that's who Keanu Lowe is. He's a warrior. He's unselfish, and all year long it's been a different receiver almost every game that's kind of come through in the stat book. But all those guys contribute in every game.
And you're a coach, you got other things to worry about. Do you wish a guy like that got more credit for things like that? The things you can see and appreciate that perhaps fans and media don't, because there's no statistical database of it.
Well, he's the type of guy that everybody on this team and this organization knows it, and he's not the type of guy that is looking for credit anyway. That's what makes him who he is.
Impressions of the Buckeyes so far?
They're really talented, really athletic, very sound on defense. Got a couple of special players that are sudden and playmakers. So, it's one more game. It's game 15, and we're playing another really good team. So we got to work it out for us.
With a team like Ohio State, the way that a lot of people say they fly to the ball so well, they're fast, they're physical. Do you feel like the Big Ten might get a bit of a knock with all the talk and all the hype about this Ohio State team?
Yeah, Ohio State and Michigan State, haven't seen a lot of those two teams on tape. They're as good as anybody in the country, both those teams. Michigan State's only 2 losses were to the 2 teams in the championship game. So I don't know where they'll end up being ranked, but they deserve to be high. They do a great job. This team obviously has had a great year, have a ton of really talented guys, and those 2 teams are among the best in the country.
The way that everyone talks about the Big Ten too, that they're a grinded out kind of conference, do you feel like Ohio State's a kind of team that you can wear down with conditioning, with speed from this offense?
I thought we had a really big advantage with our tempo in the last game. Thought we were in a lot better shape than the team we played in the Rose Bowl. I don't know if we'll have quite that advantage against these guys. They see tempo all the time. They look like they're in condition. So we're not expecting to have the same advantage in this one.
When Marcus is off, which has admittedly been a very small portion of this year, but maybe at the start of the Florida State game where it took him a couple series to get going, is that something where he calibrates himself on the sidelines, or does the coach come talk to him, or how do you guys address Marcus when he's not completely dialed in?
Honestly, you notice when Marcus misses the A pass, if he misses 2 in a row, then he's struggling, which is what he's earned. But we never have to say anything to Marcus. He knows how to get himself right, and whether it's a game or a series, if something goes wrong, he'll fix it himself.
How happy were you with just today specifically, as you guys really get in the meat of this practice week?
It's great. I thought today was great. Our kids are really smart, and whenever we put new things in, I remember in years past it would take us till about Wednesday to have the things look like we want them to look, and it happens a lot quicker with this group. These guys adjust to our new game plans really fast. So today was really the first full speed day doing the stuff and looked pretty good.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about how Lubick has done in terms of especially the young receivers play at this level?
Yeah, Matt Lubick's a fine coach. He's very detailed, very organized. The kids play hard for him. He's done an unbelievable job with the group he's had. A receiver was a question mark coming into the season, and we've not only played well there, but we've been as deep as we've been in a long time. And for the freshmen especially to be ready to play as quick as they have been is a testament to his coaching ability.
The key phrase players have been using is trust the process. And they say it's been a culture thing. It's been instituted here for a while. What is the process? Why is it so easy to trust? How much of a culture thing is it?
Well, when we do things the way that we do them and you have success, it's easy for kids to buy in. I think that last game was a perfect example of it. It was a bigger stage than we were used to, a more important game, and everybody just approached it the same way we approached every other game. And I think this team this year has bought into that more than any team that we've had at Oregon.
Is there any players in particular that embody, trusting the process?
Well, all of them do. The fun part is to watch the young players come in not really understanding our preparation and how we do things, and then by the end of the season seeing the younger kids doing the same thing the older ones are doing, and that's really how we keep the culture going throughout the years.
Scott, can you talk about how walkthroughs at Oregon are different maybe from walkthroughs you were a part of coming up? I mean, John Neal said they're the best in the history of football.
John Neal thinks everything's the best in the history of everything. No, it's just really detailed. Even when we go walk through, it's faster than most, and you know we go fast and get a lot of reps at things, and it's amazing how detailed the guys are when we're going that fast.
I've heard you guys talk about how special this team is. What makes this team so special to you guys?
I've only been on a couple teams that are this close. These guys genuinely care about each other. Everybody's pulling in the same direction. We don't have any loose cannons that are going their own way. It's a real team, and I think this team has a chance to out-team every group that we play this year.
I want to ask you about Keenan Lowe. Coach yesterday said that he dominated in the Rose Bowl, but yet you look at the stat line, he didn't have a catch. Can you explain just exactly how he was able to do what he did and be such an impact without catching a ball?
Yeah, I just said, a lot of those bubbles that we threw when we had a numbers advantage on the outside, Keenan was a dominant blocker out there on those things, and that set up a touchdown late in the game and a couple other plays for us. He had a big catch that got called back on a questionable call, but his impact on the game is immense for us, whether he has a catch or not. He's the leader of that group and one of the leaders of our team.
And what has he meant to this team in his basically 5 years here? He was part of that BCS championship game against Auburn. At least he was a redshirt that year.
I think every year you see seniors that completely embody what we imagine a player at Oregon is, and everything that we want the guys to become. You see 2 or 3 guys a year, sometimes more, that graduate, and you go, that's the kind of guy that I'd want to have as a son. That's the kind of guy I'd want to go to war with, and Keenan's a shining example of that.